Welcome back. This is the second part of tonight's homework. It's the remembering part. So it's a spiral review, and it's lesson 7.6. I'm going to let your students figure out, these are just basic multiplication and division facts. Remember the opposite, these are reversed. So the opposite of division is multiplication. So you could say 5 times what equals 45. Sometimes this is easier for students than just the straight division. All right, this one they might have a challenge with. It says complete. On a centimeter dot grid, draw all possible rectangles with a perimeter of 14 centimeters, whose sides and lengths are whole centimeters. Label the lengths of 2 adjacent sides of each rectangle. So the main thing I see here is they want them to draw rectangles. And these rectangles have to have a perimeter of 14 centimeters. All right, instead of using a dot grid, I'm just going to use a 1/4 inch grid paper. And I'm going to have each one of these lines represent 1 centimeter. So each line equals 1 centimeter. All right, so it has to equal 14 centimeters. What I tell the students, I'm drawing a rectangle, so 2 of the sides, the perimeter, remember, the perimeter is a distance on the outside, a distance around a shape. Like I tell them, it's like the fence. If you're wanting to build a fence around a dog run or around your yard, you would go to Home Depot and look for a linear length of, you would look for fencing. So it's a distance from one point to the other point. It's the outside of a figure. So the outside of the figure, the perimeter is 14. A rectangle has 4 sides, so 2 of the sides have to equal 7. So let's try the low number. So each side would have to equal, let's say each side is just 1 centimeter. Okay, we'll make this a 1 centimeter, and we'll start with our shape right there, 1 centimeter. And then this plus the adjacent side has to equal 7. So let's count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 1 centimeter plus 6 centimeters equals 7. And now we just have to do 7 more and we'll get our 14. So this is 1 also, and this is 6. So 1 plus 6 is 7, and then 1 plus 6 is 7. So the distance around is 14. We could see that 6 plus 6 is 12, that's 13, and that's 14. So that it says to do all possible rectangles. So we have a rectangle with the side as 1. What about a rectangle with the side being 2 centimeters? Then 2 plus what equals 7? The answer is 5, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There you go. So they only want us to draw 2 adjacent sides, this one and this one. So this is 2 centimeters and this one is 5 centimeters. 2 plus 5 is 7. This one is 2, this one is 5. 7 plus 7 is 14. Another way to figure it out is 5 plus 5 is 10. 12, 14. Let's try with a side of 3 centimeters. 1, 2, 3. So 3 plus 4 is 7. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we make our rectangle. This is 3 centimeters. This is 4 centimeters. 3 plus 4 is 7. 3 plus 4 is 7. 7 and 7 is 14. And that's really the only combinations. Of course, we could reverse this and have the side 4 and then the top would be 3, but that's just a commutative property. All right, So the bottom half of this is just more practice of yesterday's homework. These are a little more challenging because you almost have to look at either your fraction bar, or you look at your pi fractions. Another way I tell the students to do is just cross multiply. 1 times 7 is 7. 2 times 3 is 6. 7 is greater than 6, so 1/3 is greater than 2/7. 3/6 or 2/5, which one's greater? 3 times 5 is 15. 2 times 6 is 12. So 15 is greater than 12. 3/6 is greater than 2/5. Remember, you do have access to your fraction bar here, so make use of it. This fraction bar won't help you on improper fractions, but let's look at number 15. 3/6 and 7/8. Which one is greater? Well, 3/6 we can shade it in. 1, 2, 3, and then 7/8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You can see that 7/8 is quite a bit longer than 3/6. So 7/8 is greater than 3/6. This is a little tricky. It's important to remember that the wide part of the sign opens up to the greater fraction. All right, thanks for tuning in.